Good morning, folks. Welcome back to Nebraska. We've got a little special project we're going to do this morning, so come on along with us. We'll get her done. Mom contacted me this morning. She knows this is one of my coffee days where I come into town, and I always go by and check her on her and help her out with whatever she needs. But she wanted to make some cookies this morning, so she's mixed up a batch of her favorite cookies. So we're going to go help her make them because her oven is down the hall. She doesn't have an oven in her apartment, so we're going to help her out. The pond is all iced over, snowed over. We got a little snow last night, but people come out here and go ice fishing. There's nobody out here now. This is right next door to the hospital. And then, fun fact, this little house here coming up on the left, years ago when we'd have bad weather come in, the nurses from the hospital could actually come here and stay overnight in this house rather than driving home, because the weather gets really bad, and if you have a whiteout, you won't want to be out driving in it. Now, Mom's apartment is here connected to the hospital. It's quite a neat little place, but we're arriving here now. And yeah, I don't have my seatbelt on, I'm sorry. But just a quick little jaunt through town, so I don't usually put it on, so don't come give me a ticket if you're law enforcement and you're watching this. So we're here, so we're going to help Mom out. Now, a lot of our regular subscribers have been asking about Mom, wanting a little update, know how she's doing. So this will be good for that too. We'll give you a little update on how Mom's doing here. We still got quite a bit of snow outside. It was starting to melt, but we had a couple days here last night, and a couple days ago we got 3 or 4 more inches of snow. But here's the party room, and there's our oven that we're going to use. So I brought everything down. We're going to dish all these cookies up, and we'll start baking them here. Mom came down to watch, make sure I was doing everything right. But got 2 of our cookie sheets going, just waiting for the oven to heat up. Now, what are you making these cookies for, Mom? Just yourself?
Me. I just couldn't sleep this morning. I woke up at about 4:30. I went to bed actually at 9:30 last night, which is too early for me. I usually don't go till midnight.
I know the feeling.
And I woke up and I just couldn't sleep, and I thought, I need cookies. Well, I might as well just get up and mix up some cookies, and maybe Mark, when he gets through at the coffee shop, he'll come and bake them off, because you have to go what we call upstairs. There's actually no stairs. It's an incline that you have to go up to get up here to where I can bake the cookies, because I don't have an oven in my room. I just have 2 burners that I can cook on, but no oven. So Mark, thank God, is helpful, and he's here, carried it all up here, and now he's going to bake it off for me, and then we'll take it back down to my room.
Now, Mom likes the cowboy cookies. If you remember our recipe, the cowboy cookies have nuts in them. I prefer the cowgirl cookies without the nuts.
They have chocolate chips and nuts.
I call Mom a squirrel because she saves all the nuts in her freezer like a squirrel.
That's why, that's my priority, because I love nuts.
Yep. Now, if you don't remember the video about these cookies, I'll link that video either up here in one of these corners here at the end, so you can click on that and see the recipe if you want it. So, Mom, everybody's always asking me how you are liking it here in Nebraska, so I thought I'd let you fill them in straight from the horse's mouth.
I really love living here in Nebraska, particularly at the place I'm living. I have not got out and about much since I've been here, because now we've had the bad weather, but in the summertime, Mark did take me out. He'd take me out once a week, and we'd have lunch. But then when the weather got really bad, and then we took some drives in the country too, to see the beautiful countryside. There's nothing more beautiful than Nebraska in like June, July, and August. It's just gorgeous and green and just beautiful. But now that it's got cold and snowing, I can't get out. He's afraid I'll slip and fall. We've had a couple of people here that did and wound up with brain concussions and in the hospital. And then had to go to the nursing home, and I certainly don't want that to happen, so he won't take me out.
Now, the weather's only bad if you don't like snow.
I love sitting looking at it out my window.
Yep.
I have a beautiful view of the courtyards, and Mark has so graciously hung me 3 bird feeders outside my window. So I saw for the first time in my life a beautiful solid red cardinal. It is so beautiful in person. And then there's a female cardinal. She comes and eats there, but she's got a little red around her head, but nothing like the male. And so I sit there and I look out at the snow and I watch the birds, and we've also got a squirrel that runs around out there.
Big old fuzzy red squirrel.
He's a beautiful one. And he climbs up my skinny pole that the bird feeder's hung on. He'll climb up that pole and just hang on the bird feeder and eat out of the bird feeder. He's so cute.
Yeah.
I love watching him. I really am enjoying living here. And we have parties every time somebody has a birthday. We have a party here in the party room, and Mark came up and hosted a birthday party for me, and it was really nice. Everybody we have 20 rooms. One of them is only a guest room. But all 19 rooms of people, everybody shows up for a birthday party, and we sit around and visit and have treats, and it's just really nice. And we have it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's time for a snack, and that's generally what we have, is just something to snack. But yes, I am really loving being here in Nebraska and being close to my son, who's so good to me.
Now, I enjoy the weather extremes here in Nebraska, where California, we've got hot summer and a mediocre winter, and spring and fall kind of just pass you by really quick, whereas here in Nebraska we have 4 pretty much full seasons, and I love extreme weather, the crazy lightning and all that.
I love that too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to watch. So the weather's only bad if you don't like weather, I guess.
But I laugh, I have to tell you, when Mark comes to see me, I have to have a warm house because I have hypothyroidism and I'm cold all the time. So the minute he walks in the door, he shuts off my heater.
Yeah, I can't do heat.
After he leaves, and I turn my heater back on.
She has to wear a blanket when I visit. Got our first batch out on the counter, and we pulled them out of the oven, and we let them sit for 5 minutes, and then you just pull the parchment off, right off of the cookie sheet. And then to cool these off, because Mom's only got 2 baking sheets.
You sample ones when you pull it off.
Yeah, Mom's already sampled one. But because Mom's only got 2 baking sheets, what I do is I run the bottom underneath cold water, because you don't want to put cookie dough on a hot baking sheet because your cookies will spread out a lot further and they won't come out right. So we just cooled the pan off, dried it off, and we're ready to go again.
You want a picture of these?
I've got a picture of those already.
Here's your beautiful cowboy cookie.
Yeah.
Oh, and Mark was telling you he doesn't like nuts in his. Well, the reason they're cowboy cookies is because they got nuts in them. If you don't put the nuts in them, we call them cowgirl cookies.
We explained that last time. Is your mind going crazy?
No, you didn't say that. You said you left out the nuts, but you didn't say why we call them what we call them.
I think they got it. Now the secret to perfect cookies every time is one of these dishers, and if you watch the channel, you know I love these, and I got different sizes of them. Now, right off of the party room, they have a nice little sitting area with a fireplace and a TV, and you can come up here and read. You got a little piano over there.
This is where we sit when we have people come and sing for us and play guitar, and we all sit around here. At Christmas time, we have a couple of different groups from the churches come and play and sing Christian music for us, holiday music for us, Christmas music. So this is where we come for that.
Mom's apartment's way down there at the end of the hall. This used to be a nursing home facility that they've turned into independent living apartments. which is pretty convenient here in Nebraska because if you see, it's all indoors. You don't have to go outside to visit your neighbors or anything, so pretty ingenious. Now, Mom's apartment's the first one inside the door here, inside the front door. She's right across from the laundry, which is very convenient. And then the dining room is right here also. And then the exit to the courtyard and the gazebo and everything's right here. This is their dining room facility where they come and eat at noon. They have one meal a day here at, they call it dinner here in Nebraska. And then our dinner that I'm used to is called supper. But right in the front door entrance here is the kind of workout room. They come out here and they play cards. They have these exercise machines and TV you can watch while you're doing exercises. They have a puzzle table that Mom frequents pretty often. She's like the main puzzler out here. But they've got plenty of puzzles to put together. This one looks like it's done. Their mailboxes are right out here at the front door, which is convenient. They don't have to go outside and get the mail. The local grocery store even makes deliveries here once a week. So they call and get your order on Wednesday, and the grocery store brings all of your groceries for the week on Thursday. So that's super convenient. The other thing is the clinic here in town is connected to this building. So the people here that reside here don't even have to go outside to go to the clinic. They'll come get you right down this hallway here. Pretty convenient. We'll show you Mom's apartment here. So it's a 2-room. You have your kitchen area here. You can see she doesn't have an oven. That's why we're down the hall making cookies. She's got a little TV viewing area, a little sitting area here. She's got a great view of the courtyard, probably the best view in the whole place. You've got the gazebo out there and her little bird feeders here on the tree and over here. But it's nice watching the weather out the window. And then this is her little bedroom area. Real nice. Got a TV up here. You got separate heating and cooling units for each area. So if you like your bedroom a little cooler or warmer, you can do that. Her little sewing area over there. That's an antique bread making table that I got her a long time ago out in California. It's a beautiful piece. But we got her a little topper to go on it for her sewing table. But nice big walk-in closet and bathroom. Really nice apartments. You really can't go wrong here. It's perfect for somebody in her position. Now, I was very fortunate to find this place. I literally found it 2 days before she was moving here. I was under the gun. I was starting to sweat bullets. But somebody upstairs was looking down on us. And a cousin of mine told me about this place, and they happen to have 2 openings. Haven't had an opening since. The party room up here is even equipped with a magic sink. If you put anything in the sink, it gets washed.
It disappears.
It disappears and gets washed. We used to have a magic sink when Mom lived with us before. You put anything in the sink, it automatically gets washed. We had a magic laundry basket, all that stuff.
This is our little sitting area. Here we see everybody at lunch every day, and nobody hardly ever visits in each other's rooms because we do see each other a lot. But this is, sometimes somebody will say, well, you want to go up to the rocking chairs? So we'll come up here. There's 3 nice little rocking chairs, and we'll just sit here and rock and visit. It's a neat little place for just 2 or 3 people.
Now, one of the best things about this place is it's not your average, what do I want to call it, elderly housing place, because there's no nursing assistants here or anything. In fact, your apartment is your apartment, and you're pretty much in charge of your apartment. You can do anything you want in your apartment as long as you're not tearing the place up. even little minor repairs are pretty much on you, light bulbs and stuff like that. They do have a maintenance guy that does the big stuff if needed, but the very unique thing about this place is they don't do like Medicare payments and all that type stuff. This is a private pay place. And because it's like that, I'll tell you, when I was looking around for a place here in Nebraska, all of the places where the elderly can go, it would cost $5,000 or $6,000 a month. Most of those places took the Medicare, Medicaid type payments, public assistance type stuff. And that's why they charge so much, because they're trying to milk those systems. Whereas this place, it's just straight rent, just like a regular apartment. And it's less than $1,000 a month, which is unheard of anywhere you can go. You cannot get elderly places for under $1,000 a month. And people that still get around, there's even garages you can rent for a little bit extra money. You can have a garage if you're still driving a car. They have the public transportation that comes by here, which is free. They're donation only, so if people can't afford transportation and they need to go downtown, there's a kind of a dial-a-ride bus that comes here and picks them up. You just really can't beat it. Now, just because it's assisted living doesn't mean you can't get assistance here. You just have to pay for it privately. There's people that come in and they do manicures, pedicures. There's people that come in and do haircuts. There's people that come in and do cleaning. And there's people that come in and actually do nursing type stuff and help people that can stay here as long as they have that. They don't have to go to a nursing home because the families pay for somebody to come in and do tasks for them every day. They come in, any deep cleaning or help them bathe or whatever, they can still live here and not necessarily have to go to a nursing facility. Now, the other thing that I really like about this place, because it is private pay and there's no government assistance type stuff here, and it may sound kind of crappy to say this, but I don't mean it in that way. Because it's private pay, you don't get the crazies here that you would in a government funded facility. You don't get the drug addicts and all those people that are on Social Security, maybe for a different reason than they just need help because they're elderly. And the last place Mom lived out in California was all Section 8, all that stuff. And there was a really bad element there in that place that would do a lot of stealing and a lot of stuff like that. And she just really didn't feel safe. And I'm so thankful she's got this place to where she doesn't have to deal with that anymore. But being Nebraska, you don't get that a lot just being in Nebraska. But if you were in a bigger city like Omaha or Lincoln or something like that, you would probably still have that issue. And even in a smaller city with the government assistance places, you get a lot more of the issues you have to deal with. I really wish there was more places like this in our country where people that could afford it would have a nice place to live. There's really a void for housing like this. It's either government assisted or it costs an immense amount of money for people to stay every month. And if they had more places like this, we wouldn't have a lot of the issues that we have. There's our cardinal. He's pretty. All right, we are all done at Mom's. Got all the cookies done. Got about 4 dozen. So we're going to cut her off.
Back home, did you get a picture of the cardinal on here?
I did, just a minute
I've
ago.
got beautiful cardinals outside my window.
We got the pups at home all alone, so I need to go make sure they're behaving. And I got another stop to make, so we're going to get going.
I had to come put some clothes on before everybody got up.
Yep. All right, so till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys.
Love you.
Those of you that wanted an update on Mom, there you go.
Here I am, happy as could be.
All right, catch you later.
Bye-bye.